like when I really think about it, like my life. I came here to South Africa when I was 13. I was the weird little foreign kid, and I had no real confidence, no real self-esteem outside of how I was doing academically, of which I'm doing ass right now because I figured myself out and I'm in a good place finally. But like if I really think about it, I had no real self-esteem, and you wouldn't know unless you dug deep and you looked and some of the things I was doing. Probably if you were in my class and you had eyes, it was so obvious because I just let everybody walk over me. Friends would do absolutely anything that they wanted to, and I'd let them, even if it disadvantaged me, simply because I wanted that just to be accepted. It's a subconscious thing, and like it's human nature, right? So like coming from that place where I'm coming from to how I'm feeling right now is insane. It's absolutely insane. If I was somebody else, I wouldn't really think. Well, I think anything is possible, but if I was somebody else, I don't know if I think it's possible. Like if I think about how I used to feel and just how I feel right now, I really think greatness is it exceeds impact on other people's lives. It exceeds in business, economics, or like building a large organization that helps or that turns profit, making content that resonates with people, whatever it is. Greatness is how you feel. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? That's for me. That's greatness. That's greatness. I'm chasing happiness. My number one goal is happiness. Look at everything I'm doing. The economics come on the back end. You gotta love what you do, and I'm trying to, the reason why I think you guys should listen to me. The reason why I think you guys should listen to me is because I have a positive message to say in a world full of fake negativity. Okay, there's a lot of people who are negative because things have happened in their past, and I have so much empathy for that, and I really understand it, and sometimes people bleed on the internet in tweets and Instagram, and stuff happens, and I get it, and I think you know try to be empathetic and sort of figure out how you can help that person. But regardless of all of that, like I want to be the I genuinely believe the majority of people are not as sad as we think we are. They're not as sad as we think they are. um I just think that the minority of people who are really in a bad place and bleeding and hurting other people and being cynical and sad and pessimistic and stuff, right, are are the loudest. They are the loudest in conversations. They're the loudest in 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 on social media. It's funny how people have found it cringe to be nice. It's I don't think it's a good thing that it's now cringe to be a good person. Like I'm like, oh, he's trying to what you trying to gain from that? Like, you know that's why I think you should listen to me, because I actually have something positive to say. I want to help people build self-esteem. Look at all of the things I've been speaking about. I could come here and speak about how to XYZ. I could come and talk about business tactics I'm learning, things to watch out for when you do what. I could talk about a billion different things, but I'm starting with this. And I'm starting with this because it's the most important thing. Like, whatever your ambitions are, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a businessman or woman, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a marine biologist, whatever it is, you want to be a teacher. This matters, bro. This really matters, bruh. Like, I think it's really important to be kind. It's really important to, you know, to just be a good human overall. And I'm documenting the process. I don't look at myself as a content creator. I'm simply documenting the process of becoming um, an accomplished entrepreneur, an accomplished businessman, and, and it just so happens that I care about people. I'm passionate about people. It just so happens, like, this is why I'm building this community. like I told you, I'm trying to help people come to the same place of self-esteem for them in their own equality that I am at, feeling as great as I am, because I didn't think it was possible. I am trying to help people to build big businesses. I am trying to help people to do things on top of the internet, because I think it's the greatest opportunity of our entire lives. And if we haven't realized that, I don't know what world you're living in. It's so interesting to me when parents say, oh, I only let my kids stay on their phone for an hour a day. What world do you think they're going to live in where they're not on their phones all the time? If we just take a step back and stop being so sad about technology, and stop being so sad about phones and the internet and everything smart and technological that's coming, and actually start working with it and realizing how we can do our passions, right? Like, guys, what's crazy to me is this is available for everybody. For the person who wants to build, the largest organization on earth, to the person who wants to be a teacher and realizes that they can go direct to student instead of going through a school, because we have the internet and you just have to make content that people like and then drive people to a link that is your website, which is then your college, basically. Like, guys, it's so insane. And I want to take you guys on the road. I want to document. This is going to be super, super, super cool to look back on in 20 years. I want to be sitting one day when I'm 87 with my wife and I'm like, look, bruh, like, this is where it's at. This is where it started. I want to show people the sad days, the bad days, the good days, everything. I want to show all of that. I want to that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. Because I want the attention to be able to bring light to things that I think actually matter in this world. I don't think it's healthy to cover up insecurities with superficial things like money and things that you can hold in touch. I think those things are good if you like them. I like some of those things, but I think when they're cover up for insecurity, it's bad. And I want this community that I'm building, the 800 of you right now on Instagram. I don't want to have 2 million followers and have only 100,000 people engaged. I want to have 2 million followers and have 1.5 million of you engaged. I really want to interact and talk, and I'm going to reply to every single comment. I'm going to keep on putting out content that provides value, because I think it's valuable, and in the future it's transactionable to be a good human, bro. Like, it's a good thing to be a good human. It's become cringe to be nice. And I don't like that. So I want to help and be one of the people that helps to change that. At base level and first interaction, I'm loud, I'm expressive. But when you watch some of my long form content and you listen to some on my podcast, the longer interviews and content that I'm putting out and all of that stuff, you actually realize I got a lot to say. I'm watching a lot. I'm reading a lot. I'm learning. I'm reaching out to 1,000 different people. I'm getting my hands wet into everything. And a large part of that actually, which motivates me, is to be able to then post-produce and then give it to you guys as content. Because it helps me as well. But I've noticed one thing about myself: self-awareness. I don't do things that are that amazing for myself when I don't have a reason that is outside of myself. So if I can accomplish my things by helping you guys, I will be the most successful person in my eyes. And success to me means happiness. Please don't get it confused. Don't get it confused and look at this low Chev sign and think that once you have that, that means you're successful. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? That's success to me. I feel amazing. I'm taking a path that's long, and I'm documenting every single step of the journey. I'm taking a path that takes years to build, but it has so much upside. I can help so many people along the way. I can build what I actually want to build and live out my ambitions. I want to love, and I want to show people that happiness, kindness, even in a work environment, humility, gratitude, and just being empathetic towards people. That's important, guys. Like, that really matters. That really, really matters. Like, I don't think it's cool to be mean. I don't think it's cool to be a dickhead, bro. You know? So that's what I'm trying to push out to the world. Cause there's a lot. What's so funny is the majority of people aren't sad, but the minority of the sad people are loudest on the internet. That's what makes me sad. So I want to be one of the people that helps reverse that narrative. Coming back to the main question, why did I start this community? Like, I think there's value in people that are connected in a common purpose, and I want to head that. And Um, when people are connected under my roof, which will be empathetic towards one another, find what makes you happy, not what gives you the most money. Even if it means taking a step back for 5 years to take a step forward for the rest of your life, or for 10 years or whatever it is, to say come into my funnel, into the places that I want to create, and spaces, and these rooms that I want to have on top of the internet where people can come and connect under a common cause. And I want to host the building. I want to have the house that does that. I think that's important. I think it brings people together. Innovation is birthed from that. Relationships. And oh, by the way, happiness. Happiness. I think it's important. I think it matters a lot more than what's in your bank account. I think it matters a lot more. I don't think it's fluffy. I'm gonna build a really large business off of this thesis. I think being kind to employees and people you work with matters. I think being a dickhead is lame. Sometimes people will come with like really mean stuff, bro. Some people really say mean stuff to me, bruh. I basically want to have like a little hub of people on the internet that I'm constantly producing content for, bringing out so much value to. And I think I'm super excited right now about the whole infrastructure around blockchain technology, around NFTs, around cryptocurrencies, and I think it's a valuable use of everybody's time to learn about that. I'm super excited about the blockchain. I'm excited about NFTs, bringing stuff like that, and actionable videos, and articles and blogs, and podcasts and videos, and everything, to bring attention to the things that I think are really going to help people's lives be better emotionally, financially. And that's why I'm doing it, guys. That's why I'm doing it. I'm documenting. And for anybody who is not shy and feels that video is their medium of expression, I think you should also document. There's a lot of upside to be gained that you can't see right now. But I promise you, the next 10, 15 years, the next 8, 7, 6 years, it's really gonna matter that you took a video of yourself with a Canon camera, or your iPhone, your Samsung. Notice how I'm not asking you guys for anything. I don't want anything from you. I'm not selling you my 17 steps to success at 17. I don't want anything from you guys. I don't want to be a 22-year-old life coach. I don't think that makes sense. That's why I'm doing it, guys. That's why I'm doing it. That's why.